This week in Women in Sports, the National Women's Soccer League, arguably the greatest league in the world, announcing the date, time, and location of their championship, and some players less than thrilled with the announcement. It's a 9 a.m. start time at Providence Park in Portland. That's a turf field on November 20th, which is a Saturday in the middle of college football season. I wanted to bring in an expert. Emily Proud joins us now. She's a sports anchor and reporter at WKRN in Nashville, Tennessee, and an occasional ESPN contributor and a former Division I soccer player, and excuse the cliche, but definitely a rising star in sports journalism. Emily, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that intro.
Well, to start, can you explain to us a little bit about why there is a controversy here with this start time, 9 a.m. on a Saturday?
Yeah, so this is something that dates back many years. I think the U.S. soccer on the women's side has been fighting for respect, and we know the well-documented equal pay dispute that's been going on for many years. But this is just kind of another part of that. The biggest problem, though, is not necessarily the airtime, because technically they're airing at noon Eastern time, leading up into CBS's premier college football game, the SEC on CBS. So it seems to be a good time slot for that, but it's the local time. It's 9 a.m. That is incredibly early. That means that you've got to be out and up and ready to go, probably, in the hour of 4 or 5 to just get ready for your pregame routine, which is nuts for professional athletes to play a game that early. But it's just this ongoing struggle that women's soccer players have been feeling for a long time, and this is just another example of it.
Yeah, and another issue that's been going on for a long time, because I remember talking with you about this many years ago, the turf field, which has been an issue. That was an issue in the World Cup many years ago. Why? Can you explain to us why a turf field, as a former Division I soccer player, why is a turf field an issue for soccer players and at a professional level like this?
Well, the spotlight on the turf field really came about when I think it was Abby Wambach said the 2015 World Cup that she would have scored more goals if the game hadn't been on a turf field. And I think that's kind of when the spotlight was shined on this issue. For some of these more physical players, like an Abby Wambach, and like a lot of these professional players, they play the game in an incredibly physical way. And so you're more likely to get injured on a turf field. It's a lot harder. It's not as soft. So if you're sliding, you're going to get those rug burns. That's not as comfortable. And so I get it from that standpoint. And if you look at the men's game, the men rarely play games of this magnitude, championship games, on turf fields. Personally, I don't have a major opposition to turf fields. I'm fine with it, but I'm also not a professional women's soccer player, and so I can definitely understand the issues that come with it.
It's incredible that we are still talking about this inequality on the field between men's and women's sports, and it's just been so many years that I feel like we've been talking about it, but thank goodness we're still talking about it, right? And making this come to the centerfold, if you will. Emily, thank you so much for joining us here in the Quad Cities. It was wonderful to talk with you.
You as well. Thanks for having me.
You can follow Emily on Twitter and Facebook, and if you love puppy posts, be sure to follow her on Instagram too, because you can check out her awesome French bulldog named Alvin, after Alvin Kamara, of course.